Hello, how are y'all? This is Christy at Christy's Corner Booth. Welcome. I just wanted to take some time today to go over some finished objects, one work in progress, and some, I don't want to call them New Year resolutions. I don't like resolutions. I'd rather term it as like a challenge or / commitment. That I want to try to aim for this year. So first let's do the finished objects. It's not a bunch. I don't crochet fast. I'm not a fast crocheter. But they're simple. I was using some of my cotton. I've been working on my cotton stash trying to get it smaller. I have a lot of the peaches and cream and the one that is from Hobby Lobby. I think it's Crafter's Secret or something like that. And then I think there's another one, but I'm not sure what it's called. Anyway, I'm looking at them is why I'm looking down. I have a good bit. I have one big cone of the yellow in the peaches and cream, so yeah. Then I've got a big ball or skein of the white peaches and cream that was given to me. So I've really got to find something to do with it. The cotton, that particular cotton, I just find waxy feeling. I feel like my hands, yeah, they work harder to hold the yarn when I'm crocheting. And I just seem to get, it seems just harder for some reason. I use, my favorite crochet hooks are the clovers. I have a set of those, but I also have some Susan Bates. And I almost feel like the Susan Bates work better with that type of yarn than the clovers. But anyway, so the first thing I want to show it's called the Flower Power Dishcloth. I'm not sure about the do's and don'ts as far as showing things, but I'll show the picture, but I'm sure the pattern is free, but I don't want to show it. It's on Ravelry. I found it off Ravelry, and it's on my you can find it under my projects tab or my library. Let's see if I can get it up there. But it's called the Flower Power Dishcloth. I only did one of those. It failed. And another thing, and I think I'm still learning, obviously. I think I'm a really tight crocheter because it says, I don't think it gives me like the size, yeah, 9 inches across. This is not 9 inches. I don't know if I'm just a tight crocheter but I like it. I mean, it's cute as it can be. I meant to bring in here with me, I have some I guess you'd say washcloths that my cousin, the one I mentioned before, who knitted, she made a bunch of knitted washcloths and she gave out a bunch of them, and I have a lot of them. Well, I ain't gonna say a lot. I have about 3 or 4 in my kitchen that I use on a regular basis to lay hot pots on, or like if I take something off the stove, I'll sit it on one of those, and because it's made from this same kind of cotton, and so this will either be given as a gift or I'll use it in my kitchen. The next one is I was trying to organize before I come in here, so I apologize for turning around, not facing the camera. The next one, I think I found these from watching the Canadian Crocheter. I remember her doing a video on these particular designs, washcloths, and I have tried them myself. Again, it says that it should be approximately 10 inches across. This is not 10 inches, so like again, I think my tension is just really tight, or like crochet tight. I don't know. I don't know. So if anybody knows, maybe you can tell me. This is the Blue Ribbon Round Ripple Dishcloth by Julie Reeves. It's on Ravelry as well. She has it where there's like a, it's like the set. You can print off 3 at one, you know, save the 3 in one like a group. But this is this one. I did not do the puff stitch in the middle. Again, this is not 10 inches across. I don't know. I went up, I think I went up a hook size, or like half a hook size. Again, it's still not 10 inches across. The next one is, I didn't do the square one. There's a Pineapple Dreams dishcloth that came with this printout of the 3, and I didn't do it. At least I haven't yet. Not to say that I won't, but I haven't yet. I did the Granny RR Dishcloth by the same person, Julie Reeves. It's not 10 inches across. I guess I'm just, I don't know, maybe I should try a different hook. It calls for the, it doesn't say on here. If it does, I'm not seeing it. I used what, I think I went up half a size in the hook, because I kind of knew that my tension was tight. But still, this is not 10 inches across, so I'm not sure. But I still like the way it turned out. I didn't change colors. Like I said, I was just trying to get through some of the cotton. This one is, where's my little note? This one I did not follow, well, I did follow a pattern, but not a written pattern. This came from Bag O' Day, Crystal at Bag O' Day, one of her videos. It's called the Crochet Wildflower Hot Pad. And I don't have I watched some of the video, and then I only changed, at the end I changed this. I think you were supposed to skip 1 single crochet and then, you know, make the shell. I think I skipped 2. Because I started skipping 1 and it just seemed like they were going to overlap each other, and I didn't like that. So, and it's not double. It's just 1 single. I didn't double it. I mean, I easily could, but I didn't. So, and then this one, it's just the moss stitch, and it's, all of this yarn is Peaches and Cream, and I believe it's called Crafter's Secret from the Hobby Lobby. But this is Peaches and Cream. And I just did a moss stitch and then a single crochet around. I'm still new. I get a little frustrated sometimes, and you know, because I'm like, I can't find out what I'm doing wrong, and I can't seem to get it, you know, search and find an answer of what I'm doing wrong. But I thought this turned out pretty good. I'll definitely use this in my kitchen to lay hot things on. I'm happy with it. Okay, so for the work in progress that I have, I am terrible at making beanies. Okay, I take that back. I'm not completely terrible, but I'm terrible. So I come across this pattern it's called the Northern Rustic Cable Ridges Crochet Hat Pattern. Maybe that should have been a warning or a red flag, and I should have just said, you know what, I'm going to wait on that, because that's a long one. Northern Rustic Cable Ridges Crochet Hat Pattern. I have done cables before through a video tutorial, and it turned out okay. In fact, let me get that real quick. Just one moment. Okay, I'm back. This is also from Bag O' Day. I don't have the pattern in front of me. I don't have the name of it. It's a beanie. But I made this a while back, like months ago. Probably not long after I first started. And I think it turned out fairly well for my first one. I washed it, so it's a little soft. camera focus? I think it would help to have a little beanie on the back or a pom-pom. I haven't done that yet, but I've had it for a while and I think it turned out okay. So this beanie is not that bad. I'm happy with this beanie. I have another one, but I don't want to. I want to show it when I have the pattern. I have a pattern for that one. I think that's... Anyway, let me get on, move on. Okay, so the current work in progress, which I'm also almost at the point of considering it a fail, but I don't want to stop and frog it because I've had to cut yarn because it's different colors. And so I've followed the pattern to a certain degree and then I just stopped because it just wasn't coming out the way it's supposed to. Again, this is the Northern Rustic Cable Ridges Crochet Hat pattern. Let me see if I can show you the pictures. It says, I think I came across it on Ravelry, printed it off. I believe it's free. Again, because I'm not sure. I'll link all my patterns below. I'll link them below. But it's from Shannon Herbert's Creative Corner. Shophandmade.com. Anyway, I loved it. I mean, I liked the way it looked. But maybe it was too much for me in the beginning to be one of the, to do without a video tutorial. I mean, it's really pretty. I was good up until I got to this part. Again, I think it might be my tension. I really do. And then it just didn't, the hat stopped. I know you're supposed to increase, till you feel like it's going to be big enough for your crown, the crown of your head. I'm almost embarrassed to show this, but I want to show because I struggle. This is a struggle for me. This is the beanie. Like I said, I'm good up until I got to this part, and it may look, I messed up. I messed up somewhere. I'm not sure. But this right here is not in the pattern. This is the same as this here, but it's not in the pattern. At this point I got frustrated and I knew that I didn't want to have to frog it because I've had to cut the yarn, and so I figured I'd just keep on until I make it long enough that maybe it could be a slouchy beanie. But see how it's wide? It won't, like, I know you increase until you want it to the size that you need, and then you stop. And then I thought it was supposed to kind of like go down, you know what I'm saying? But it feels like, it's almost like I look at it like a summer, it's almost shaped like a summer hat. So yeah, it's just not, I don't know what I did wrong. You can see how far it goes out. So, current work in progress, possible failed object. I believe this is Hobby Lobby, and the gray that I'm using is also Hobby Lobby. I can tell just by the way it feels. I don't think there's anything wrong with the pattern, the way the pattern is written. I just don't know that I understand it very well. I mean, I can't say if the pattern's written not well. I don't think I'm experienced enough to say that. So, anyway, that's my current work in progress. I don't have a lot of work in progress. I struggle with deciding on what I want to do. And then when I do find something, I work on it hard and don't start on anything else. So right now I'm not working on anything other than that beanie, and I did start another I had a mandala, Lion Brand mandala cake that I had used on another project that I didn't finish, so I'm just doing like a granny stitch cowl, just straight granny stitch, and then I'll connect it by the time I get to the end, and hopefully it'll be big enough to go around your neck. Okay, so the next thing that I want to talk about is the Crocheters New Year 2019 resolution, I'd rather say challenge or commitment, by Winding Road Crochet. I shared this on my Instagram account the other day, and I'm going to pin it here in my, where all my yarn is. I don't necessarily crochet in here, but this is where all my yarn is. And I'm going to keep this so I can see it. Okay, and the shawl that I showed in my first video that I said I was going to give to my cousin, I have since given it to her. I'm going to upload some pictures to show you that. She was very happy, excited, and surprised, and it was a good time. We sat down and had lunch. We sat there for like an hour and a half, and we just had a good visit. But let's see, like I said, I'll show the pictures of my cousin wearing it up here in this area, and the Yarns Inspiration yarn that I got, that I showed the other day. I've balled the first pack that I showed. I've balled it up into like 5 different little balls, and it's up there in my yarn stash. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it. It's a struggle. It is a struggle. I mean, I feel like I have a decent amount of yarn, but yet I struggle with what to do with it. So anyway, that's about it. If you have any questions or comments or anything, just leave it down below. I would love if you'd like and subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate it. Again, this is just something that I want to do for myself and to share with others, and just kind of have a connection that I can build on. I think that's it. I have one work in progress. I showed you my finished objects for my yarn stash and the beanies that I have attempted. But anyway, that's it. I'm going to go. Thank you for stopping by. I hope that you have a wonderful, blessed New Year's, and I look forward to making more videos, and we will talk soon. Bye-bye.